Hey guys, welcome back to Down and Dirty Modding. Sorry about the delay in the video. I got real busy and then I got hit by a 2x4 and then I got a cold, which I'm still getting over. So I decided to put everything off for a little bit. But we're back today and we are going to be dealing with drive bays. As you can see, I've got a bay in the stack in the bottom and a drive bay up top. Now I'm going to be pulling them out completely, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Now, not everybody wants to do that. Some people still need 5 1/4 drives. Some people still have fan controllers or maybe an adapter to read SD cards, something up there where they need to keep those drive bays, or at least one of them. And I'm going to show you at a later time how to take care of that and keep those by making a drive bay cover. But I want to stick with our plan of modding this case, and I don't want to get too far off track. So we're going to be just yanking these drives out, or these bays out today, and showing you how to do that. So luckily the Fractal, this bottom bay is screwed in. So all we need for that is a screwdriver and a little bit of patience. But the top bay is riveted in, and in order to get the rivets out, you're going to need some of this stuff. Actually, all of this stuff. A good drill, and it doesn't have to be cordless, it can be corded. Drill bits, a pair of pliers, which is really handy for getting the rivets back off the drill bit. And I do have some tape and a pen, and I'll show you what to do with that tape. It can kind of save you some trouble down the road. Also, we're going to need safety glasses and gloves. I probably won't wear gloves, but a lot of people do like them because it saves your fingers. Mine are already tore up anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But safety glasses are important because you don't want something to break and pop into your eye. That would be really horrible. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is unscrew this bottom one. So it's along by 4 screws in the bottom. Yeah. In your case may not be exactly, well, unless you've got a Fractal R4, your case won't be like this. But a lot of the newer styles actually do have a lot of the bays screwed in where it's a little bit of a pain to get all the screws out, but you can still unscrew them. Now, if this was, say, riveted in, you'd have to drill the rivets out, which I'm going to show you here in a minute with the top one. But it's basically this, it would be the same thing. You just go in and drill the rivets and take all the pieces out that you need to take out. So, and the funny thing with this bay is, even though we take these 4 out from the bottom, Fractal has put in a little stiffening brace, which is pretty handy, but doesn't help us at all. So, oh, almost got it out. There we go. Our screws are out. And you'll notice that I have emptied all the hardware out of the case. Front screwing things, that's not important, but when we start drilling rivets and aluminum starts flying around, you don't want to have any hardware in here that might get a metal shaving in somewhere and short something out later in the future. So best bet, pull it all out, set it to the side, you know, get it away from this. So we got 2 screws on the top here. Sorry, I've got this turned away from me, but this isn't a Fractal Design video, so it really doesn't matter a whole lot that you can't see what I'm doing. Actually, I think you probably can't see what I'm doing. I think with this screw, we'll be able to pull the bay out, and then we will go in and, yeah, there's our bay. And you can see, I'll give you the backside view. There's a little brace in here. That brace runs around to the front. It's meant to make this a little more stable, especially if you're stacking bays. So what we've got to do now is pull this front panel off, and almost every case is going to have a couple of tabs on the inside that you've got to pop. And if you get those just right, these have round ones. They're a little difficult. But you can undo those clips, and your front panel should come right off. You don't want to yank on it too hard because a lot of times that plastic can break. Now we just got to figure out how to get our wires out. What have I done? There's some. We kind of keep track of how all this stuff runs because you will be putting it back together. So usually they run things in a very good way. So you kind of want to keep to what they've done originally. Man, pain. And sometimes they just stick wires everywhere. Okay, so I'll just keep pulling that out. And if you're not doing anything extra, this is a good time. You can also sit back and clean these things out, because a lot of your grills and stuff right here, they'll catch dirt and just get nasty. So we're going to put this to the side. And I've got an extra fan holder I'm going to take out as well. And a screwdriver. I've got 2 extra screws right here that will get this brace off. Okay, so our bottom bay is out and gone, and it gives us a lot of room to work with up here in the front. Oh, that's dirty. Now, our 5 1/4 are riveted in a lot of places. I got some around the front edge here, and then it also carries over onto the sides. And you'll have to look at your own case and see exactly how it lays out and where everything ties together. But I think I've got 2 on each side, and then the ones in the front. And don't worry, I mean, if you drill the wrong rivet out, you can always go back and put a like an M3 screw back in it with a nut, and that'll let you go back and take it out easier in the future. Or you can get some rivets and pop your own rivets back in. So, and we'll probably have to have a video on that too. Man, new ideas all the time. Now, for drilling rivets, standard rivets, almost every case, you want an 1/8 inch high-speed bit. So we've got an 1/8 inch high-speed bit. We're going to put it, chuck it up in our drill. And glasses, put them off a little bit so I can see. They do tend to get really dusty. And basically, well, let me show you what the tape's about. Now, I'm not worried about it because I'm probably going to go in and refinish this case. I'm still kind of thinking about it, not positive. But let's say you've painted your case and it's all pretty, and you're going to go in and you're going to drill this rivet out. And you're, man, I really don't want to tear anything up around it. You can take some tape. And this is really, really useful when you're putting rivets in, but also for when you're taking them out. You can take some tape, put it over the rivet, and you can see where the rivet's at, well, obviously. But what that does is, if you happen to kind of miss a little bit when you're putting your drill up there, it just keeps you from scratching things up. So we're going to go ahead, that's our first rivet, we're going to go ahead and drill that out. And it does, wow, see? It doesn't take much, you don't have to go real fast. It's aluminum, so it drills pretty easily. 1 rivet down. Now I'm not going to worry about taping the rest of the rivets because I don't care if I scratch paint. And you'll notice, like, you can't see it, but your rivets will spin. They're not actually held in. They're just basically expanded on either side, so they hold everything together, but they don't have anything that stops them from rotating. So they'll spin, but usually your drill bit is going to be going faster. They're dealing with a little bit of friction on the case, so you'll still pop through them even if they are spinning. There we go. And then, so you can see on this one, I've got 2 on the side here and the same on the other side. So we're going to drill those out as well. Now, also, safety issue. Watch where you put your hands when you hold this thing into the drill. If I were to hold it in my hand somewhere behind these rivets, when I pop through, I can always hit my hand. So I'll usually hold like top of the case, back of the case. Try to keep my hand away. I'm really bad about aiming tools at my hand, so I try to not get close. This is going to be a fun one because we might have to hold the drive bay up, I think. Yeah. Alright, and voila! Drive bay, gone. Look how clean that interior looks. Oh my gosh. Wow, so much we can do right in here. Drives, reservoirs, I mean, this just opens up the possibilities if you don't need to have 5 1/4 drives. We got some rivet pieces in the bottom. Now, after you're done with that, you're going to wind up with a drill bit with a whole lot of rivets on it. Or rivet ends, pieces. Put your drill bit or your drill in reverse. And just grab a couple of them with your pliers and very slowly, well, maybe you should get it. You can kind of work those off and clean them off your drill bit. There we go. And like I say, look at all the trash we made. This is why we pull all our hardware out. I mean, if one of these small pieces of aluminum were to wind up in a PCIe slot or a memory slot, you may never know it. And once you hit that power switch on your board, it could short something out. And you'd be buying at least a new motherboard, maybe a new RAM, maybe a new video card, maybe a new processor, maybe a whole new computer. You never know. So, definitely always pull your stuff out. And ta-da, that's it. That's all there is to moving drive cages out. I guess that's it for today. So we'll be back next time. I have no clue what I'm going to do, but I'll figure it out by then. So see y'all later.